So it is Tuesday, March 2nd, 2021. I'm going to do my recap for today. It's a losing day. $382, basically 400 bucks. What can I say? My risk management, I was sloppy, man. Today was a sloppy day. My risk management wasn't there. I let things run more, pardon me, than what I should have. Yeah, I held on to my losses too long, and yeah, I took the Orderson's order out of the trade and I didn't put a stop. So I removed the stop because it was too close because I was trading ZM, which is a $400 stock. So I was just gonna move much more. Um, so yeah, that's my risk management was subpar today. Yeah, I was very sloppy. I mean, this takes away a 5 day winning streak that I had. You know, one, two, three, four, and five. Lost today. It's fine. It is what it is. I'm glad it's a small loss. I'm happy it's a small loss. 400 bucks, not a big deal. I haven't had such a small loser. I was checking since January 11th. Every other day it's been 800, 500. Okay, this was a little bit small, but last month I only had like bangers of losing days, So yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm happy with a small losing day. I mean, it's a shame because I was up like 500, 600 bucks, and I gave it all back. Went to minus 800, got all the way to minus 130, came back all the way to minus 800, and I finished the day, you know, minus 382. So yeah, a little bit of over trading. I spent some of my mental capital. Honestly, I should have just I don't know what I should have done. Like walk away when I'm up 300 bucks. Maybe I should have done that. Um, it will definitely be better. But okay, so let's see what would happen today. So I went short Riot. So it was a little bit tricky. I mean, if I held it, would have been a fantastic trade. But I went Riot 700 shares at 931. So here, thing is, like I got a very bad entry for what I thought was a bad entry. Now looking back, it was a great entry. 56.46. I went short, so around here, and I covered 55.99. Honestly, just nothing. Just a quick scalp, 300 bucks there. Should have let it play out maybe to 55.61, which would have been my target. Could have had another entry here. Didn't take it because you never know. Yesterday, Raya came up after having a sell off. So yeah, you just never know what's gonna happen with Riot and Emir really these days. So I was like big swinging, big swinging, big spread. So I'm like, look, let me just stay away from it. In hindsight, obviously, it was a pretty good trade. So yeah, I mean, what can I do? It is what it is. I mean, what can I do? Actually, I mean, a lot of things I could have done. I could have put my target over here. I could have, because it didn't even come up to my entry point, so I should have been patient. Maybe put the stop over here, which would have been my stop, and but yeah, didn't do that. So yeah, I don't know. It was a bit tough to be honest. Then I went long in IO, and IO was coming down. It was below all the pivot points, L5. So I was looking for a rebound. So I went long 45.57 at 9:37. So right over here. Why did I go long? Well, there is a setup that when it is below L5, I mean, honestly, it got down too. So, I mean, eventually, look, it got to L5. So my setup was correct. I would have had to, get stopped out and stuff, but it did eventually work. So I was basically looking for that setup. But since the daily open was here, I got in good price, 44.57. Why did I get in? Well, I was starting to see these candles, and then I finally saw this hammer. Went long, and I got out 200 shares, 45.91, because I saw a lot of resistance at 46. So what I would have liked to see is just a straight up, break. If that didn't happen, I was gonna move out. So I went 45.91, 45.88, and 45.77 was my last exit. It's right around here. I don't know how much I made, but it's not much, right? I mean, how much did I make? NIO 246. So not much at all. um, yeah. So then, yeah. So at this point, I was up like 500, 600, something like that. And this is when the mistakes started happening. I went short FUBO, and this was I knew this was not a good setup. It just wasn't, you know. It could have worked out, but it's just not a good setup. So I saw FUBO. I wanted to go short here, and I should have done that, you know. But I was a little bit tentative because you never know. Like with these candles, you know, this was a lower, you know, a higher candle than this one, a higher candle than this one. Could have easily broken out and then maybe pulled back. So I was not too sure, to be honest. But this was a good entry. RF5 would have been the target. The same as NIO. L5, sorry, below L5 to L5 target. Same would have been for FUBO. Above R5, short, get all the way to R5. So that would have been a good trade. Didn't take that one, and I took it at 940, so I took it over here. Did I take it at 940? No. Took it at 941. So in this candle over here, I wanted to, because, you know, gap down, breakdown, I wanted to see resistance at R5, resistance at the 9 EMA, and then maybe a move to R4. The problem is that my stop should have been honestly just R5, 4150, max 4166. I got out at 4193. So, you know, lost a little bit of money there. Not much, just a little bit. And the problem is ZM. This is why I messed up. You know, okay, my risk management in Fubo could have been better. It wasn't horrible, but in Zoom is where I really screwed up here. You know, so I was looking for bounce off of R4 and maybe a reclaim of R5. Um, I went long here, right? 45. No, I went long here. Why did I go long here? Well, I was maybe thinking that it was gonna maybe have like a kind of a head and shoulders formation. There was a possibility here because, as you can see, got to R4, came up. Okay, it bounced back, you know. But look at this candle. You know, strong momentum upward, right? And then this hammer and then you know tries to pull back, but it comes up, and then you know we see this green candle. So there was a good possibility that this, and also like on the 5 minute chart, the 9 EMA was substantially far away. Like you cannot really, oh yeah, like right over here, it was pretty far away. You know, and even more, you know, because now obviously it came down. So maybe there was going to be reversion to the mean, right? I mean, at least I was trying to look for that. Mm. So yeah, went long, 427.32. So a little bit on the high side, but I wanted to see confirmation. Got stopped out 40.2680. I don't know why I exited. Yeah, I just exited, and then I went long, and I got stopped out because of fucking the OC order since order. So at this point, I'm up only $100, and then oh no, here. Oh yeah, so I went 40.26, and I got stopped out. Yeah, like right over here. So it was a bit frustrating. You know, this is the problem. I took the order since order out because yeah, I got stopped out. I think maybe it was here. I guess maybe it was here. But I went long again for at 46 for the break over here, which was a mistake. You know, that this was a mistake, 1,000%. I was looking to see, you know, a little bit of the rebound like here, you know, maybe like the move forward, but that didn't happen. And then I held through this and I was like, Marco, you gotta sell. Marco, you gotta sell. Marco, you gotta sell. But you know what? I couldn't accept my losses. I didn't want to go from red to green. So what happened? This huge spike down came, you know, and if not, you know, my exit should have been right over here. That's why I should have put my stop loss, you know, but I didn't, and I got, you know, all the way here. I didn't get stopped out, thank goodness. Over here, I didn't get stopped out all the way at the lows. I let it ride a little bit, you know, let it pull back, and you know, it almost came back to my entry price, pretty much. I mean, not almost, but I mean, it did. At the end of the day, it did, you know, but it didn't. So I mean, I got out at 951, right? I got out at 951. So over here. Yeah, I wanted to see if we reclaim. Got out over here. I was down like I don't know how much money, $800, something like that. So then I went short. This is where I almost got myself into a lot of trouble. I went short ZM 422.19, 955. So right over here. And this was a mistake because again you have a little bit of a hammer, another little hammer here. I was looking for target R3, and yeah, I sat through all this pain. I was about to get stopped out, have a terrible day, gave all my profits back from yesterday. My stop should have been here, I guess. Here, but I just didn't want to take the loss, man. My stop should have been here. But thankfully, it did come through. I did stick to my target. I exited here at 418. And then my second target was 415, which did end up happening. I didn't take that. I got out at 48.17. So I got out around here. That was a mistake. I should have let it retest the 9 EMA, get out here. My mistake. So then I was down like fucking A. I was down like $100, and then I go into FUBO again. Just terrible trading here. Just terrible trading. I went into FUBO. This choppiness, I was like, dude, I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Well, I did touch it. I went here short, 10.14. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? I mean, I was seeing these lower highs, right? And I was like, okay, it might break down now, but it didn't. I didn't enter with an order since order because I had taken it out in ZM and I almost lost like a point. So I almost lost like $800 here. So again, I got myself down to minus 800, 900. So I'm like, fuck, man. Fuck me. Fucking idiot. Stop should have been, 41.72, maybe 42 if you're pushing it. I got stopped out almost at the highs and obviously then reversed. I did trade MARA. This was an okay trade. It got me back to minus, like 500 or something. Why did I trade MARA? 10.21. So yeah, it was just a breakdown on the 5 minute. It was a breakdown on the 5 minute chart. So it was around here. Yeah. So I was seeing this over here. Got short 36.12. Man, did I go? No, 36.58. So right at the break here. All right. 36.12. I took my partial. FUBO. I went short again. Lost $5. Or made $5. I guess no. Lost $5. And went MARA short, and I made $50. Sorry. So yeah, at this point I'm like, dude, I'm done. My mental capital is I've already spent my mental capital. I went from red. I went from green to red. Went to almost deeply red. Got myself to a safety zone, I guess. So just call it a day, man. Accept the loss. It's fine. Tomorrow you'll be back. So takeaways from today. Takeaways from today, I would say, like I said in the beginning, accepting losses, man. I have a hard problem accepting losses. Risk management. Risk management should have been number one. If it was because of risk management, I would have ended up green, today. Trading ZM here. I would have gotten stopped out. Okay, lost $400, instead of losing 800, so I would have lost half there. FUBO, the same thing, I let this trade play out so long, and this trade wasn't you could call it playbook, right? Break from R5 to R4, but that's not a real playbook trade, that is not a real playbook trade. And yeah, then I took another trade in FUBO around here and got stopped out. I wanted to go short here, right? No, I went short here, just at the low. I wanted to go short right at 41.48, which I finally saw that it was gonna break down. Okay, it did work out. There's another opportunity here, but just look how choppy this is. I'm just scalping there. I don't want to scalp anymore, man. If I can, I will, but I just want to take longer term positions, or at least positions where it reaches my target. Today was a tough day. There wasn't much of that, a little bit choppy, nothing clear. Nothing clear for me. ZM was a good trade. ZM, would have been a great trade over here. Big wrap down. This playbook, this is just playbook setup. Absolutely playbook setup. Yeah, kind of like what happened to Plug yesterday, right? Where I did lose money. Same setup. See what happened to Plug. Okay, the Plug was a good setup. L4 all the way to L5. That was a good trade. But yesterday I had like the same, right? You see gap down, tries to test the open, and all the way down to in this case was R5, R4. Man, dude, the exact same setup, man. Look at that, exactly the same. Opens between R4 and R5, R4, boom, 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 all the way back to R4. Same fucking setup. So maybe that's going to be a setup that I'm going to be looking at, after a big candle down, a retracement between R4 and R5. I mean, this is one that I really like. But even if it is between R4 and R5, it's a good setup. And why it's a good setup, but it has a good probability for a pullback is because it's really close to R5. When you see stocks open at R4, there is a good chance that they are going to rip to R5. But maybe, or many times, what they are close to R5, what you're going to see is a pullback back to R4. So that's something that I'm going to have to bear in mind. That's something that I'm going to have to observe, add it to my playbook, and be cognizant of. And then, yeah, dude, my mistake has been just not putting the hard stop here, man. Not look at this fucking nasty. In my gut, my gut was telling me get out, get out, get out. So yeah, that was a little bit of a mistake, to be honest. Not a big mistake. I could have just clicked, alt, the button, alt click, and just have my stop there. If it gets kicked out, it gets kicked out. Big deal. But yeah, it didn't happen. I mean, went short. Could have I gone short here and had it? Yeah, that would have been a great trade. It would have been substantial trade. But I didn't. Was comfortable with my 200 shares, especially because I almost lost a lot of money. So yeah, that's how it played out. So yeah, GME was an interesting move today, but nothing real easy for me. It wasn't an easy day for me. It wasn't an easy day. I mean, NIO was a good. Was it the best? No, but was it decent? Look, at the end of the day, it got to 05. I should have been a little bit more, and then it pulled back, which would have been another setup there. Kind of what happened with FUBO in a way, where it came back and it pulled. Not the same, not the same, not the same. Kind of a little bit, similar, but not the same at all. Yeah, so that would have been a great playbook trade, honestly. Was looking at something else. I mean, what was I trading at the time? I was trading MRA in the breakdown, FUBO. So yeah, I almost got this one. This was a good trade. Wasn't the best, but it was a decent trade because I understood, playbook. I took the setup and I exited here at the top when I didn't see the follow through that I wanted, and that's it. Um, yeah, I'll tag my trades later on, and I'll just be more aware tomorrow of my risk management. I'm gonna be more tight. I was a bit sloppy, and it could have cost me, all my profits. So far, you know, what, thousand bucks for the month. My month has been 2 days, so $1,000 for the month, $1,000 for the week. Yeah, $1,100 basically for the week. Not terrible, not terrible. We'll see how it goes. I still have 3 days left. 3 days left. Still have 3 days left in the end of the week, so we'll see how we finish. And yeah, yeah. I've been holding too long. My losing trades, 18 minutes. Should get out easy sooner. Yeah, average losing trade is bigger than my winning trade. You see, that's where my sloppiness comes. Me being sloppy there. This is not good. That is not a good That's not a good statistic, man. That is not a good statistic. Why? Because I lost, 1,000, 230. Yesterday I lost 1,200. Okay, I had 3 good trades here. So yeah, I'm gonna be sloppy, man. A little bit sloppy. I'm gonna fix that for tomorrow. Be tighter with my stops, and that's it, man. That's it, pretty much. I'll input my trades. I feel a little bad. I don't want to go to the gym today. I don't think I'm gonna go. Should go, I guess. I don't know if I want to. Well, we'll see. Okay, okay, everybody, have a great day.